All right, get ready for a tech treat because following today's tech update, we're going to be showcasing a standout call for my weekend show. It's called The Kim Komando Show, of course. When cutting the cable was all the rage, the big complaint was they're forcing me to buy too many channels I don't watch. That was called bundling. So off went the cable cutter to streaming. But now to get all the streaming shows you want, the cost is greater than cable ever was. And guess what? Bundling's back. I'm Kim Komando for Dell. For today's best deals on computer and office hardware, visit Dell.com/deals. Americans simply can't afford to buy every streaming channel out there, and most streamers can't make it with the small audiences that they have. So, to survive, Disney+, Hulu, and Discovery will be sold together. Comcast is bundling Peacock, Netflix, and Apple+. Want just one? You have to buy all three. The plan is to sell all three together for less than you would pay for three separately. Right, but I've seen this before. They start low and increase the price every 6 to 10 months. Hopefully customers are hooked by that time, and then the cycle begins again. Enter to win a new iPhone at winfromkim.com. All right, here's a fantastic call for my weekend show, The Kim Komando Show. That's a highlight reel right inside itself. Jan in Birmingham, Alabama. Hello there, Jan.
Hey, Kim.
Welcome.
Thanks so much for helping me.
What's going on?
Well, first of all, I wanted to tell you that my husband and I have been listening to you for years because we drive back and forth to the beach about every other week, and we listen to you on TuneIn, and it makes the drive seem so short because I'm entertained.
Well, thank you.
I get educated for 3 hours.
You're like, wow, I just learned something. I just learned that, and I laughed, and I feel like, and isn't that a great feeling, though? I know, and I love when I'm listening to something myself, and I learn something, and it's like, wow, that's pretty great. And thank you for your kind words. So how can I help you today?
Okay, so I live in Birmingham, but we have a little beach house, and so I've been watching the beach house, with Nest cams, and everything works great. But I'm putting in a pool, so now I'm going to need some outdoor cams.
Sure.
And my main concern is, how do I get the Wi-Fi to the back of the yard? Let me say, I do have a shed that's going to be on the other side of the pool, and that shed does have electricity. So,
okay, all right,
that might help. And secondly, I like my Nest cams, and I'd like to keep it all in one app. But if you think of something better, I'll on the cams, I'd like to know about it.
Well, the thing that's really fabulous is like when you are in Birmingham and you're wondering if they're actually showing up and doing some work. You can hop on and you can say, hey, where are you guys? You said you're going to be working today, right?
I watch it all the time.
And so it's, and Nest, they do have great indoor cams, and they have great outdoor cameras as well. And as you astutely mentioned, is that when you can have all the cams from one particular source, it makes it really easy for you to set it up, also get notifications. Now the cameras do facial recognition. You can chat back and forth if you hear something. And the Nest outdoor cams, because you have power going to them, it's not going to be any major issue to do that as far as setting them all up. So stick with the Nest, okay?
Okay, good.
Now, as far as getting the cameras out there, are you sure that your Wi-Fi doesn't extend? Because normally the Wi-Fi will extend at least 100 or maybe 200 feet outside the house.
We took one of the indoor cameras, put it on an extension cord, and took it out there, and it didn't work.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I just want to make sure that you check before we start talking about solutions. There are relatively inexpensive, and I'm happy to send you a link for you to buy one on Amazon. Outdoor Wi-Fi antenna extenders, okay? And they come in 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, depending on how much stuff that you have going around on the area. You might want to get the 2, 4, and the 5 gig so that this way you can put different gadgets on the different bands. And then with the extender, you're going to put this outside. It's waterproof, all that other good stuff. It does need some electric. So if you could, sometimes people can just put it right outside the kitchen window. And then you just point that sucker right at the pool and where the Nest cameras are going to be. and you're not going to have any big area. I mean, it's unless it's over 300 or 500 feet or even 1,000 or 1,200 feet, that extender is going to work just perfectly. So you're not going to have to worry about putting in something like the Ubiquity networks that I had to do, which I got a Wi-Fi connection about 1,800 feet across the Camelback Mountain. And we have some pictures of it in a whole detail over at Komando.com. If you have a she shed or a man cave that's far, far away, that's the way to get it done. Jan, thank you so much for your kind words and for your call today. And again, we'll send a link for everybody else. We'll put that link over at the Q&A forum inside the Komando community. A standing ovation to you for tuning in. Yay! Now, if you're puzzled by a tech issue, here's your call to action. Head to Komando.com, select Email Kim. I read each and every note like it's the final round in a tech trivia game. And you can amp up your tech know-how by getting my free daily newsletter. It's just waiting for you over at GetKim.com.